hope you're all very blessed. What is up, Berserker Patriot Store channel? My savage MAGA patriots, my awesome Christian warriors. And boy, do we need these Christian warriors out here right now, these MAGA patriots, man, because we are one and the same, and things are getting nuts out here. So we're going to start off tonight in the name of Jesus. We're sorry that we're sinners, Lord. We love you with all of our heart. Please bring peace everywhere in the Middle East, Lord. Please bring peace in America. Please bring strength to us for what's to come. Please guide us on our path for what we should do when the time comes, Lord. In your name, amen. Okay, guys. I hope you're all having a blessed evening. Hope you're all doing wonderful. So, been a big day. But I want to get into the elephant in the room with what happened at the Capitol today and the pure hypocrisy of this government and the people on the left is astounding and just absolute insane. This is a reverse world is what we live in right now. We live in a reverse world where they believe what's been true and right and factual for all of time is now all of a sudden inverted. So everything that would normally have been good is now evil. Everything that would have been evil is now, you know what I'm saying, good. And that's not okay. The just pure violence around the globe right now over terrorists. All of them. All of them. I don't care who gets butthurt over that. All of them are terrorists. In Palestine, Gaza, the civilians. So I want you to keep in mind. And I want you to tell me what this sounds like when you hear this too. And we'll see it in a minute here. Okay, I'm going to play some videos like I always do. But it's the civilians that are in the streets burning embassies down right now. It's the civilians that are throwing firecrackers and firebombs into the buildings in protest right now. Which they call that protest over there. So, does that sound familiar? That's a savage motherfucking place over there. Okay? So, for them, a protest is throwing fireworks into a building and catching it on fire with Molotov cocktails and fireworks. Does that remind you of something? Like the summer of 2020? When $42 billion or some shit like that all together collectively around the United States and damage. Bunch of people got hurt. Bunch of people got killed. Whole towns got burnt to the ground. Cars in the middle of the street. Remember that? That sound familiar? That look familiar to what you're seeing right now? So when you say it can't possibly happen here, it's already happened here. 2020 was their kickoff run. Can you not see that every single thing that BLM and Antifa did in fucking 2020 is exactly what they're doing right now in the Middle East? And everybody's like, well, who's paying these people? Who's training these people? Who's teaching these people? Well, what the fuck? Black Lives Matter literally just came out and said they back these people. They want to eradicate Israel. They're on the same agenda. Then they doubled down about it. You got these lefties doing what you're about to see right now. You got these lefties doing this crap. When I show you how much more of mass droves of people have now come to the cause of Hamas in Palestine over a hoax, which you lefties seem to be really, really easily falling for all of these hoax. Because it's absolute fact, the hospital wasn't bombed. The hospital's still standing, it's just fine. The parking lot was hit. It wasn't even hit that bad. There's no dead bodies. People saying hundreds of people died. Didn't happen. There's video. Just go watch the fucking video. There's actual video. From people in Gaza, there's video. You know, not just from the Israeli side, not just from the American side. From Gaza, there's video about it. So, leave that one alone. You know what I'm saying? Look at the facts, watch the facts, and judge it from that. Don't just talk a bunch of shit because you want to be heard. You're meh, meh. All I hear out here is meh, 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 meh. That's all I hear. Every once in a while it's meh, meh, meh. That's all I hear when you people talk. You're like cartoon characters out here. The way things are happening in the world right now, we live in bizarro land. We're in an episode of The Twilight Zone. That's what it feels like. We're in an actual episode of The Twilight Zone mixed with idiocracy right now. Because the stupidity of what's happening, the fact that all law-abiding citizens of America aren't standing up right now in massive fucking numbers, because you got to see what's coming. You got to see what's happening. You have to see how much they're escalating it. They announced on live TV they're holding a day of rage because Biden's going in and getting involved. That made things much worse. Look at what's happened everywhere because he went over there. He's giving these Hamas terrorists $100 million fucking dollars, dude. Are you serious? Man, look. While they're coming after us, and we have sleeper cells for Palestine in our country, and Jordan, and all these other places that are getting involved right now, you saw my cast the other night when I showed the actual numbers of all of these people in all of these regions around here. Everybody's like, what? Egypt doesn't count. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Egypt is like in the process of pushing their army into Gaza to help Hamas. They're all siding with Hamas. They're all siding with Hezbollah. Hezbollah's already in the fight. They're already attacking. They're already using their military force. And here's why we have no choice but to fight with Israel. Because if they have Russia, they have China, they have Iran, they have Jordan, they have Egypt, they have all of the Middle East, they have probably Korea get involved with that more than likely. China is already involved. Russia's already involved with all this because they have their military strategic deal they signed, 6-9 months ago, something like that. I reported on that. And we need allies. And Israel's the 4th largest military power. So we have to have them. We have no choice. Whether we agree with it or not, we have to have them in this global war. They have to be part of our allies. They have to exist. They have the 4th largest military power. I don't know how I'm going to say that again. They have the 4th largest military power in Israel. We have to have them in this global war. If we allow them to eradicate Israel, and that actually happens, do you think they're just going to stop right there? Or do you think they're going to keep trying to come take more land? When has any extreme group that you're just like, oh, okay, we'll take that land, and you're like, okay, well, they're just going to fucking stop now. Man, you people, I don't know, you people need to get off of them old man wrinkly balls of Joe Biden's and actually see what's going on in the world. Get out of the I'm stuck in this bubble attitude, because, well, let's watch the insurrection. I'm sure you've already seen it, guys, but let's check out the insurrection at the Capitol today. I got 2 different videos, because one's at the very beginning of it, and one is when Marjorie's doing it, but Forbes fudged the audio for some reason. But one thing the news isn't showing is the massive amount of a second protest that was outside of the Capitol today of Palestine supporters, and the inside was the ceasefire in Gaza protest, okay? And they both ended up getting a little out of control. Some people got violent. Everywhere in the world, besides here, they got extremely violent today, burnt down buildings. Like I was just saying a minute ago, they're using the exact same tactics that BLM and Antifa used. Everybody's saying, where did BLM and Antifa get their training from? Well, now you're seeing the exact same tactics happening in the Middle East. And then you see BLM come out in support of them. Okay? And they also said, yes, we support eradicating Israel. We need to get rid of Israel. We're on the side of Hamas, they said. And then you got all these lefties rising up They're doing the exact same stuff in Gaza, in Jordan, in Egypt, in Europe, and everywhere. Everywhere in the fucking world. You're about to see. Look, you're about to see how much larger these droves of people in support of terrorists have gotten, plus on our soil, at our capital. Every one of them better be arrested and held for 3 years with no due process, in solitary confinement, with minimal food, no blankets, treated exactly the same way our brothers have been, that are still in there, by the way, with no due fucking process. Political prisoners from January 6th, people for trespassing. And then they get them, here's how they're doing this, in case you don't know. They let you go. They charge you with something that would have only taken a month. You've been in there for 3 years, but they make you sign an NDA. So these people coming from the January 6th solitary confinement political prisoners, they can't talk about what happened. They're not allowed. They sign something stating if they do, they go back. So understand that's why nobody's really talking about what happened. And when you do see someone on TV after they've gotten out that were a big role in it, they are really vague about what they say. They're just like, oh, yeah, blah. They don't really give an answer. That's why. They have to sign an NDA. They have to make a deal with the federal government in order to get out of that imprisonment. So the federal government doesn't look like they just violated every one of these people's human rights for 3 years, like they did. Okay? Constitutional rights, human rights, all of it. I don't know if you've seen the videos of these solitary confinement cells that got leaked from January 6 people. They're being treated like fucking shit, bro. They're being tortured, basically. I don't know if you've ever been incarcerated, but I have. I was incarcerated for 5 years. Solitary confinement, I spent 9 months in solitary confinement. Okay, because I got in a fight. That shit is excruciating. That's horrible. Let me explain. You're sitting in a 6x6 concrete room. It's 45 degrees all the time. All you have is a sheet, a flat blanket, a metal thing to lay on, a toilet right beside your head. Okay, you get fed when they want you to get fed. You never leave the room. You're in a 6x6 room with nothing all the time. All the time. And you're at the mercy of it. It's not a good thing. For some of these guys who have been in there for 2 years, their brains are never going to be the same. They're broken. I want you to understand that. These boys are broken. They're no longer the people they were when they went in there. I'm telling you. Okay? That shit, if you've never been in a situation like that and you've never been incarcerated, that shit will fuck your head up. Like, you start talking to yourself and stuff. After about 6 to 8 months, you're going nuts, bro, because you're always by yourself. And you're cut off. You can't see anything but except right in front of your door, and that's it. You can't see around the corner. You can't see where people are. It's just you and white walls, pure white walls. Well, as white as they can be after so many people have done horrible things. But I want you to keep in mind how our brothers have been treated. And so quick, everybody has forgotten about our political brothers, about Ashley Babbitt being murdered by a cop, about Hawaii, about Palestine, and the train. You know what I'm saying? All of the stuff that's happened. So quick, people have forgot about it. The 2020 riots that are exactly identical to what's happening right now in every other country. The things today in Miami, people got arrested. There were violent people standing up for terrorists on the streets in Tampa, Clearwater, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Okay? All over the place. Here, let's take a look at what's going on in the Capitol right now. You fucking... This was today. This isn't January 6th. I want everybody to keep in mind, while this is happening, Congress is just through the doors upstairs here. and they're in an official session for the speaker's seat right now. So they are interrupting and shutting down an official proceeding of Congress right now. Okay, that's the ceasefire protest. Now, Margie, I don't know why they fudged this video up. Since they messed the audio up so bad, let's go to about, okay, she starts from here. You see what that other, the first one was one of my representatives from Florida. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene, MJT. Y'all know who she is. Well, you know who she is. So now she's going to walk over. I don't know why they did that to the audio. They slowed the audio down to the point where it's like, this is outside.
Of course they know what they're doing. They always know what they're doing.
Yes, this is Washington, D.C. This is the Capitol. These are the people that are there for Hamas in Palestine. This is a completely separate protest than the one that stormed in the Capitol. Free Palestine from, what is that? Free Palestine from the river. I don't know, it's in slow motion. I can make out free Palestine for the river or for the liver or something. Yeah, they're still coming up the road, by the way. That's a line of people going down the road. This is them just getting there. By the end of this today, it was... of course, it can't be comparable to Donald Trump, because his gatherings, when people come to see him speak, are massive. So the people that were at his speaking... Of course, there were a lot more than this. But this is a massive army right here. This many people started just getting violent all at the same time. There's absolutely nothing these cops could do. Absolutely nothing. They couldn't stop them. These people could initially, right now, storm that Capitol and take out all of Congress if they wanted to. And these people are saying vulgar things and hateful things and vicious, like, stuff about Jews and stuff about Americans that I'm not even gonna... Man, that's slowed down and muffled like that, and they're so loud you can still hear it through that. You guys are on the wrong side of history, man. You are absolutely on the wrong side of history right now.
I can't. Oh, there we go. Woo. Okay.
Welcome to Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith. In this episode, we have a super important thing to talk about. With the war going on between Israel and Hamas, we have to talk about the threat between Hezbollah, the Mexican drug cartels, and America, and how our back door is wide open for an attack, and it's especially important for those of you.
So these are the drones they have all around the world right now. Brother, these are armies. These are armies. I want you to understand how important this is, guys. This is should be one of the most important things you've ever kept track of in your lives, because this is global war, the end of the world. Each one of these different protests they've shown you are 2 battalions or more of people. These people suck at waving flags, man. You got the CA giving all kinds of warnings right now. The CIA, the FBI, the DOJ thinking there's going to be a Hamas copycat terror attack here and sometime, anytime soon. So here's what everybody has to remember. They gave them 2 days more than they said they were going to give them. And they started attacking instead. You know, they started attacking again. And then the red flag with the hospital. Now, all of these protests, I told you on the day of jihad, I made it very clear what was going to happen. In about another week, this is another week, the same guy that's not the leader of Hamas, but keeps giving all the fucking orders on TV, right? Telling everybody what to do. Yeah, okay. Anyway, that guy called for the day of rage today. There was a day of rage today. Not here. Well, here there was too, because we had an insurrection on the Capitol. We had people getting arrested in Miami for violence, trying to burn stuff, trying to hurt people, trying to break into cars. We had the New York, Chicago, the California thing. So yeah, we did have some violence here today, but I told you, remember, I said it's not going to happen all at once. Next week, there's going to be some violence for some reason. It happened. It happened. Okay? I might not have the best graphics. I might not have the best knowledge of editing and all of this shit, but I'm trying to learn, and I'm getting there. But this shit's happening every time I say it's going to happen, especially with this kind of stuff. So I'm telling you right now, for the next few days, we're going to have a little bit more violent of a situation. Okay? I'll promise you. Next few days to a week. A little bit more here in America. Something's going to happen, and they're going to make another excuse for it. Oh, they just want the peace and human rights. Man, look, I'll go get a big fat bag of dicks so you can start eating them right now and just shutting the fuck up from now on. This administration, just stop. Just turn off the cameras in the White House. No more press. No more talking to Joe Biden, because every time you do, something gets fucked up. Okay? So, we just put him back in the basement. That's what you need to do. Because him going over there made things worse. Did you see the broadcast coming from Hamas, Hezbollah, Egypt, and all of them today? Turkey? It made Turkey send military. You know? They were laughing. They were laughing at him. He was a bumbling idiot over there. They were making so much. Everybody, everywhere else in the world, is making fun of America right now. That's never happened, bro. Off in their country, yeah, there are people being indoctrinated by that shit, but they've never just gone on national TV and laughed at the President of the United States and said how weak America was. This is the first time that's ever happened. And that's insane, because we've had some really dull-ass presidents in the history of America. And this is the most insane shit ever. This is it. There's got to be revelations. There's no way all this stuff is happening at the same time. Everything is falling into place the way it is at the same time. So guys, better get right. You better repent, because you're going to be fighting soon. I hope you understand. Everybody's like, oh, but there's going to be a draft. Well, before there's a draft, there's going to be something that's called reactivation. Okay, so if you were a special operator, say you were Navy SEAL, say you were Delta, say you were 3rd Battalion 75th, which is one of the most top tier units in America. They're a tier 1 unit. Everybody talks shit about the Rangers, but they're a tier 1 unit. They're an infiltration unit. They're very good at what they do. But they can be reactivated. You can be reactivated. Certain people sign certain contracts that say different things with the military. Some people, when they get out of the military, they're never out of the military. They're owned by the military. So, those are the savage motherfuckers. We could have stopped all this, though, in the beginning. And this is the only time you'll ever see me say this. So if I reach over here in this bucket and I throw up, because I'm about to agree with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez right now, and it might make me throw up a little bit. But I can admit when somebody says something right. She might be the dumbest person on the planet, but she said something that I liked. We should have, right when this happened, taken our special operators that do this, that love this. This is a brotherhood. This is what they do. This is what they want to do. Okay? To just go get all of the hostages right at the beginning. Boom, done. infiltrate strategically, silently, which is what they do. That's their job. Of course you're not going to scream that to the fucking world. Hey, by the way, we're sending the most elite operatives on the planet to this area to do this. That's stupid. Stop asking for that. Don't do that. That's dumb. Okay? But that's what we should have done in the very beginning. There should be no, we're making plans, we're deciding to do this. There should have been that done. And then the very first press op with the president should have been, I took care of it. I sent our special operation teams over there. They went into the bunkers. They went into the tunnels. They took Hamas out strategically, swiftly, in 72 hours. Now they're back home with their families, and this is all done. That could have literally been done. If you don't think it could have, you don't know our elite military. And we do still, listen, the special operators haven't stopped doing what they do, okay? They don't take orders from the same military that the regular guys do. You have to understand that. They're different. Their ranking is even different. You know, the way they're treated by a higher ranked officer in a war zone situation is just different. They dress different. They act different. They are different. That's why they're the most elite. So, we could have finished this right at the beginning. Day one, as soon as you found out Gaza did what it did, found out they had the hostages, we could have went and got them back. Our boys are that good. I promise you. What they got, those little tunnels they got there, are nothing compared to what we're in, like the White Mountains and places like that, in Jambali, Afghanistan, and stuff like that. Which now that we didn't do that, now Afghanistan's getting involved with all of this again. Now, what was the point of even leaving the mother? Now we gave them everything they need to fight us. Do you understand that? Do you not get how this is making a full fucking circle right now? We literally gave Afghanistan the means to join this battle. So you wonder how they're getting American weapons. Everybody's saying Ukraine. I don't know. I think Afghanistan. I think Egypt. I think some of Israel. You know. I think that since they've been planning this for 2 years, and they had, you got to admit, they had a damn good plan. They fooled a nation that prides themselves on not being fooled through their military, and they were able to do it. They got in there. They fucked some shit up, bro. It was brutal. But at this point, it's war, and you either need to give felons their rights back, to sign a 6-month contract, go over there, get shit done, or we just need to get the fuck out of it altogether. Plain and simple. Stop giving money to everybody. Worry about America. Get these terrorists that are in our country the fuck out of here. Build our walls up. Worry about our country right now. And just let it be what it is. Because I can't stress enough. We cannot win this global war that's about to come. You understand? We can't. While we're getting attacked over here, we're not that big. But when it comes to strategic shit, we could send people in, we just don't have enough of those guys to go against everybody. Do you understand? They have to take civilians to do this. There's no other choice. We are going to have to fight for our countries. This is what I want people to get ready for now. We're going to have to fight for America, possibly on American soil. Okay? And it's not against Big Brother right now. It's against some of the most extreme, savage, wanting to... Dude, when I'm telling you, these people brutalize you for days before they kill you. Okay? When they cut you, they electrocute you, they beat you, they do horrible, horrible things to you. They rape you. They do horrible things. If you think you've seen some bad shit in movies, take the worst action movie you've ever seen. Rated R, whatever, extreme rating. Watch that and times it by about 1,000. And you're still not there yet. These people are brutal. They hang gay people in big cloth black sacks on telephone poles, and then they take like David and Goliath slings, no bullshit. You can go to one of my lives, it's on one of them, and they take turns throwing these rocks. Okay. Now, when these women say they've been raped, they haven't just been raped. They've been raped by an entire army for days on days on days on days. One dude's done, another dude goes on. They go to sleep. They're still rotating. I'm not talking about, ladies, you're going to get raped. I'm talking about they're going to rape you to death. Do you understand? And they're going to brutalize you the whole time they're doing it. There's going to be 2 or 3 different people brutalizing you the entire time. Okay, this is the kind of savagery you people are trying to get us into right now. You don't want this. There's not a lot of people out there telling you this, but these are facts. This is truth. This is what they do. Okay, your moralities get in the way. The fact that you have moralities towards murder, you have moralities towards people getting limbs chopped off just because they did something wrong. They don't have that. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you again. In most Muslim ran places, if you steal a piece of fruit because you're hungry, they immediately, the shop owner can grab you if they catch you and cut your fucking hand off right there, feed it to his dogs, and just leave you bleeding in the street. If you do any kind of like sexual perverted crimes, they either scoop your eyeball out with a spoon and leave a mark, because it's a specific type of spoon that they use. It's not actually a spoon, it's a torture thing, but it looks like a fucking chilling spoon. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, got the strides on it and everything. Or they mark you so nobody will bother. It's like you're unclean in the Jewish faith, okay, which is a thing. You can be unclean. We are unclean. As Americans, we're unclean. That's another thing you have to realize. We back Israel, but they're not the ally of us in their minds. You understand? By their religion, we are unclean. So the fact that we believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and we know that He died for our sins, makes it to where our religions can't go with each other, because they don't believe Jesus Christ was God in man form. They don't believe Jesus Christ did the things that He said. They just believe He was a prophet. So there's our religions are very conflicting. Okay. But the problem is, this is a religious thing. Like today, while there were being hundreds of bombs dropped on Israeli soldiers, they were dancing and singing of joy in the streets because they rescued one of their ancient Torah's scrolls that they had taken. So some of the things that they're holding hostage are Bibles. That's how religious the Jews are. Okay, that's like they'll do anything. They'll pay ransom. They'll do what they have to do to get their sacred scrolls and their texts back. A lot of people don't understand that. The barbarism that we think of, they still live in a more, not like complete biblical standpoint, but both countries both live in a biblical standpoint. Okay, like they were a lot more savage in biblical times. You have to admit that in the Bible. Well, they still have those type of biblical laws in both countries. So both sides are kind of savage. The only difference is one's offensive and one's defensive. Israel is protecting itself from an onslaught of attacks and their people being slaughtered. It's not like if we just tore down all barriers right now, Israel's going to run into fucking Gaza to slaughter people. No, but the people of Gaza, including the citizens and everybody, would run in and start slaughtering people. It happened because there's different types of being a Muslim. Okay, well, one of the Muslim countries back, I think it was the 90s, 2000, something like that, late 90s, 2000, took in like 35,000 refugees from Gaza. Well, because their religions conflicted, they started fighting and they started killing each other, so they kicked them back out. Jordan, I think it was. Jordan kicked them the fuck back out, and put them back in this open-air prison you're talking about. Man, if I go to prison, put me in a fucking place, bro, that's a town that I could build into my own place. I'll build my own place up real quick. That'd be great. give me Gaza, and I'll sign treaties with everybody around me, and I'll have my own little shit, and I'll build walls 400 feet tall with pterodactyls that are breathing fire, since we live in this world, and I identify as a wizard now, so I'm gonna have magical fire-breathing pterodactyls with grenade launchers when they poop. So you can't touch me because I have an invincibility shield. That's literally the kind of things I hear when the left talks to me. Like, I'm out here today, I did my little live today where I was out here and posted some videos where I'm waving my flags and stuff. Well, that pedophile I got arrested, his pedophile father now harasses me all over the place. I don't call cops, so it's not like I've made a report and ain't done nothing about it. I'm just waiting for the guy to get stupid, and then we'll deal with it, and then the cops can get involved, so I don't get in trouble. But in the video, he's screaming because he pulls over and calls cops on me because I got, I don't know, I got 9 or 10 flags out, plus I got my 9 flags on my truck, and I'm waving a flag, and they don't like it because I'm still out here being loud and proud, and they're harassing me, and they can't stop me from doing it. So as I'm pulling down one of my flags to move it, he drives by, screams at me. You can hear him on the video, and these people are just stupid. You know, you park 10 feet or 200 feet away from me and call the cops on me, and then watch to see if you get some kind of enjoyment out of the cops fucking with me, which is the most coward pussy shit I've ever seen in my life. Be a patriot, don't be a pussy, man. That's why I got the line coming back out. We just got the ink for the shirts, so we'll have the Be a Patriot, Not a Pussy shirts back out soon. But stop, look. You sit at the light where I'm at. I'm 10 feet from you the whole time. You crack your window this much so it'll roll down, because you know how it has that delay. They've got it down to a science. And I learned the science by watching them. They crack the window when they get to the light, and then they wait until they get all the way through the light, and then they stick their head out the window. You pussy! I'm like, come on, bro. You could have talked shit to me while you were stuck at the light for 2 minutes straight. But instead, that's the same mentality we have going on right now. So we have to stick together. No matter what we're doing, who we are in this country right now, you kids got to wake up. I pray, and I put a juju on you right now from Jesus, man. I'm gonna send some Jesus power to you guys. You gotta wake up and stop standing up for terrorists and stand up for the country you live in. Because right now, look, you're gonna start crying here in the next couple weeks. If my next prediction comes true in the next week and a half, like I said, 5 days, week and a half, in between there, you kids are gonna be curled up in a ball in the corner with snot snorting out of your nose, coughing up fucking just big boogers and shit, and you're going to be bawling your eyes out, begging people like me to come save your life. And at that point in time, I don't know, man, that's Black Flag days, you know. I'll always help someone if I come across you. I'll help you, don't mean I'll trust you, don't mean you're coming with me, just means I'll help you out of that situation, and if you try to press it any further, you're probably going to get, you know, shot in the face. I'm talking about in a purely apocalyptic time. I do not now, nor will I have firearms, because I'm not allowed. I'm red flagged by the government. Boom. All I'm saying is, when shit hits the fan, I hope we're all ready. And I hope we're all ready to, because you can't just wait until shit hits the fan and then start trying to find people. Because I don't know who you are. I don't know if I can trust you. Shit's hitting the fan. And as far as I'm concerned, unless I know you ahead of time, and we already have you know where my rendezvous spot is, because we have a place that we're all meeting. If shit hits the fan, on the spot, that's the only place we're going. We're grabbing our loved ones, we're grabbing our bug out gear, and that's where we're going together. Okay? So, if you're not one of those people, and I come across you, or you come across us, just keep going. You know what I mean? If you've waited that long. Because there's no way to know who you are, get to know you, to know if you're a terrorist, to know if you're, you know, as far as the FBI is concerned, we're terrorists. You know, they're still coming after us. while all this is going on, we're not paying attention to the banks crashing right now and shutting down all their places. We're not paying attention to hundreds and hundreds of big name brands bankrupt, done, finished. The dollar's fixing to go. Diesel shortage. They started rationing diesel in some places in America right now. Today, we have like 25 days of diesel fuel left in America. And they're going to take some of that for the military. Watch. They're going to take some of that for the military. We have no way to replenish, because both of the places we get our oil from right now are at war. They're not our allies. Do you see what happens when you cancel American production? We don't have anywhere to get anything from. Do you understand? If this continues to go any further than it is, where are we going to get our stuff? Where are we going to get our petroleum? Where are we going to get our gas? Where are we going to get our oil? We're going to have to start pumping here. That's not going to be instantaneous. You know, you're not just going to see an instant. It's got to be refined. It's got to be, we got to open warehouses. We got to get stuff built. Come on, bro. Think about the larger implications of everything that's happened. Look at what it's already doing to the economy. He just gave $100 million to Hamas. Biden just gave a $100 million check to Hamas. Are you fucking... What? So we give Afghanistan everything they need to join this fight when we pulled out of there. So now they're set to go, right down to aircraft, tanks, all kinds of shit. Shit they didn't have before. Now they've had all this time to train with it, to get to know how to use it, to let as many people die as needed to be died, to reverse engineer this stuff. We don't know what these people have anymore. That's why the Turkish leader was just laughing at Biden, saying, you don't know what we have now. They said it flat out. You don't know what we have now. And then it leads into, they start to decimate Israel. We don't get involved quick enough. Israel shoots a nuke. Then we got nuclear powers going. Okay. Plus you got Russia involved. You got China involved over here. China goes into Taiwan. We've already pledged to support Taiwan. We've already pledged to support Israel. We've already pledged to support Ukraine. 1, 2, 3, 4 wars on the same front at the same time. We can't physically do that. No matter what any of you think, we can't physically do that. It's not possible. Especially with the fact that we are economically probably one of the weakest countries on the planet right now. And if you're going to worry about these people in Gaza, listen, protesters, do me a big favor, and I'll stand behind you on this one. How about you protest for the slaves in Africa? How about you protest for the Uyghur Muslims that are being slaughtered in fucking China? How about we do that? Let's get some badass protests going for that. I get behind that. I'll stand with you on that. I'm sure a bunch of my brothers will stand with you on that too. We'd like to get those people helped. We'd like to get them taken care of. It's funny that you're not advocating for that, and we're the racist, and we would advocate for that. We would stand with you on that. We would stand with you to get rid of the slavery in Africa, to get rid of the kids being hurt in Africa because they're slaves. We would stand with you on helping the Uyghur Muslims. You'll stand for the Palestine Muslims, but you won't stand for the Uyghur Muslims in China that are being brutalized by the Chinese. Come on. Make it make sense. Seriously, make it all make sense. It can't. I can't make any of this make sense. The U.S. Embassy in Lebanon, fire by the civilians. Like, what is it, 3 or 4 different embassies now today in the day of rage? Burnt. Caught on fire, attacked. People getting hurt, people getting killed. Now, in America, another insurrection. I can't believe that's not some of the biggest news on the planet. After everything that's going on with the January 6th trials were going on. And this is happening. Come on, bro. We've got January 6th trials going on right now, and you don't see this everywhere. I had to find this on YouTube. I saw it on X. I had to find this on YouTube. And it's a fucked up, you saw how they fucked up the audio on it, so you can't really hear or understand anything Marjorie's saying. So they messed the audio up on it. Thank God our Florida representative took some video of it, but she only took the video of the first part. She didn't stick around for the second, I guess, where they see all the thousands of people out in front of the Capitol. So, I mean, They entered the Capitol. People were arrested for trying to get violent in the Capitol. They breached barricades. The Capitol was not open to the public. They were in session for the Speaker's house. This is an insurrection, right? This is the definition of what you call an insurrection. Left. Democrats. AOC, where you at? Where you at? This is the definition of what you call an insurrection. Nancy Pelosi, where are you at? This is the definition of the same insurrection you caused. Right? So, there needs to be massive, massive backlash from this. Because these people are doing whatever they want right now. They get away with whatever they want to do. They're hurting people, and they're getting away with it. They're terrorists on American soil. A lot of these people were Palestinian. Didn't even speak English. What the fuck is going on here? This is not America. This is the United States Communist Party, and now I guess they're jumping on top of Hamas's butthole because $100 million will lube that thing up real good, won't it? $100 million. You know they voted for Hamas, right? That was a vote. They have a vote. They voted for Hamas to rule Gaza. The people, the citizens that you don't think are a part of this voted for Hamas to be in charge. And someone, lady on Timcast that I didn't agree with at all, that was absolutely taking up for Palestine the whole time, saying she wasn't, said, what if you were in a government and you spoke out against that government and they persecuted you for it? Americans wouldn't know about that. I was like, what the fuck? You're literally describing what we've been going through since 2020, 2016, you know? Imagine getting arrested because you speak out against your government. Huh. And she's saying this with a straight face. And Tim Pool, I can't believe you didn't. I was dumbfounded. Usually you're more quick-witted than that. You should have put two and two together when she said that, brother. Right there on the spot, you should be like, huh? And pointed that out. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't get it, man. These people are just nuts. They believe what they're saying too. They can watch the video. You can show them pictures right now. You could put a camera in front of the Gaza hospital right now and show them that the Gaza hospital is still there. And you can show them the videos of the civilians in Gaza taking when it happened, and showing that it's only the parking lot and a few cars got blown up and there were no people or nothing like that. And they would see, oh, okay, we had it wrong. We just destroyed a bunch of shit for nothing. No, they're not destroying shit because that happened. Because just 2 nights ago, Gaza stormed a hospital in Israel and killed everybody inside it. I showed that video earlier on my live. Same exact situation. Gaza killed everyone in there. Hamas, Gaza. Hamas. Look, all you guys gotta change your name to Hamas, man, because we gotta keep up with a lot of bullshit out there. You got Hezbollah, Jihad, Taliban, Hamas, Palestinian people, Egyptian people, fucking Jordanian people. Come on, bro. We're just gonna Hamas. Hummus. So when you talk about hummus, hashtag hummus. And hashtag fuck Palestine at this point, man, because you guys are just absolute insane. And yes, I do understand the risk I'm taking by doing this live and televising this and actually having my location in my videos. I understand the risk I'm taking, but I also understand the risk I'm willing to put out for all of you, whether you're red, white, green, or blue, whether you're a liberal, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a communist, because there's a difference between the three. Most of you are communist. Whether you're one of these misguided children out here that's been indoctrinated to believe what you believe, I will still not just stand by it and watch somebody kill you. Okay? And the harsh reality is you're going to get a harsh fucking reality. You're going to be destroyed for the rest of your life when real conflict starts. Like, your brain is going to melt. A lot of you will kill yourselves. That's going to be one of the leading causes, I believe, if we do have a war that reaches American soil. I believe a lot of these soy people will absolutely kill themselves. They'll commit suicide. I'm not advocating for suicide. I do not believe in suicide. Period. I believe you kill yourself, go in hell. Don't kill yourself. Don't commit suicide. You're welcome, YouTube. Yeah, don't do that. Don't hurt yourself. That's not cool, man. Have a honorable death. Have a noble death. But don't kill yourself. Now that we got that out of the way, I do believe that's going to be one of the leading causes. The next will be people aren't used to drinking raw water. You know, you all have this soyed down water. You don't drink out of the tap anymore. You don't drink. I bet none of you kids have ever drank out of a stream or out of a pond, which me and my dog still do all the time when we're out fucking camping. But raw water will fuck you up. It's got stuff in it that you're just not used to having. So if you've never drank raw water in your life, I would at least get some water treatment tablets. It's going to make your water taste a little crappy, but it's going to save your life. So get a good filtration system for water. Solar panels right now, as many as you can. All you dumb northerners down here in Florida stocking up on milk and stuff so you can put it in the freezer. Well, you got to buy some solar panels or a generator, guys. And if you get a generator, you got to get a huge gas tank, which is going to make you a huge target, because everybody's going to want that damn gas, and you're going to have at least 1,000-gallon gas tank to make it worth anything. So yeah, think about that. Solar panels, and get things that run electrically. That'll be your easiest way to go. Gas-powered things in a world that wants to get rid of gas, and in a world that's running out of gas, isn't a smart thing. Think about that. Solar-powered generators, there's plenty of them. Get batteries, you know what I mean? We're going to go into the Jordanian embassy, and we're going to give Tim Pool a shout out here, and check this one out. Do I have it in the right spot? There we go.
From MiddleEastEye.net, Israel-Palestine war. Jordanians try to storm Israeli embassy after Gaza hospital attack. We have this tweet. Low-Key Online. I'm not sure who Low-Key is. Hosts a podcast on Mint Press News. Says the Israeli embassy in Jordan is on fire. And this was posted 3:19 p.m. Today, so several hours ago. But this has been ongoing. I don't know if we have, we have this video here from the Post-Millennial that I'll play for you guys. Just a short video showing what appears to be thousands, maybe tens of thousands of people outside the U.S. and Israeli embassies. And of course, again, the reporting is that they've tried to storm the embassy. So look, man, I don't see how we get out of this without at least widespread war in the region, whether it involves us or not. I feel like
clearly it's gonna. We're not just going to be dragged in. We're going to jump in, which is what we seem to be doing.
Joe Biden's jumping in right now.
Will Lindsey Graham be on ground?
Lindsey Graham won't do anything.
Lindsey Graham. I've been calling him the Anthony Fauci of war.
How did I forget about Lindsey Graham, guys?
His whole deal. That guy is crazy.
I can understand.
But yeah, I mean, we got videos of all this crazy crap happening. The thing they're not mentioning though is the tactics that they're using. And I have to keep repeating that, and I have to keep saying it. They're using the exact. Everybody keeps asking where BLM's getting their training, where Antifa gets their training, who's training these people, who's funding these people. Well, it looks like our taxpayers' money was funding this through these people, because they're using the same tactics to burn down their capitals, their. And I'm going to repeat, I'm not talking about Hamas. I'm talking about the civilians that are burning down embassies right now in protest of a hoax. They all know it is. They all knew it was a red flag. Everybody knows what's going on. But that's how they justify what they're doing. And they're going to keep doing that. And it's going to get worse. And just, I love you guys and I want you to be ready. And I pray for you all. I do. But I'm also a vulgar, sinning piece of shit human being, and I don't have any sympathy for people that aren't going to be ready. So there's no need for not being ready. Even the Bible tells us to be prepared for the end times, you know. So, I love all my brothers and sisters in the world, no matter where you are. I would love to just find a way for all of us to live in peace and happiness and kindness, and it's pretty easy to. It's very, very easy to just live in peace, happiness, and kindness. You know how? Everybody loves everybody, then there's no hate. Everybody helps everybody, then nobody needs anything. It's literally that easy. Everybody stands beside each other. You love your neighbors. Your neighbor needs a hand, you give them a hand. You need a hand, they give you a hand. So on and so forth. Keep paying it forward. It's just that easy. It used to be that easy. That literally used to be how America was ran. That literally used to be this country. People stood together. They loved their country. Man, even in the 80s and 90s, do you remember going to a fireworks show? Everybody in your town's there. The big fireworks spot. Everybody knows what I'm talking about that's my age. The big fireworks spot in your town. Everybody was there. Everybody lining the streets. The whole parking lot would be full of people sitting on their cars and their trucks. There was a unity of Americans around patriotic things, patriotism, around the things that made America good and strong and a very powerful nation. We used to have those things. We no longer have any sense of loyalty in the world. We have no sense of just being proud. You're not allowed to be proud unless you're proud of cutting your dick off or proud of scooping your vagina out and sewing a plastic thing on it. And that's the only thing you're allowed to be proud of. You see these insane... Oh, let's get into the new LGBTQ law for illegal immigrants. That if you violate it, it could be jail time. Or a big fat fine. Yeah, that's some of the nuttiest... That sounds pretty fucking nutty, doesn't it? Let's go back to here. I hate this thing. I'm only going to keep on here for a little bit longer, guys, but we got to watch this one video I got on here because I almost forgot about it with everything that's going on. Let me go to my Fuck Palestine playlist. Palestine, Democrats torched. Oh, here we go.
If Democrats have their way, illegal immigrants who identify as LGBTQ may not be held in custody after crossing the border. Special status. The bill aims to protect, quote, vulnerable people.
That?
It also applies to those who do not speak English.
Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Well, that's almost everybody in America nowadays, isn't it?
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Let's rewind that and let me point you at it and get it louder so you can really hear what that said. This is the insanity of America right now. So everybody's going to be LGBTQ coming over the border. Now watch. Everybody.
If Democrats have their way, illegal immigrants who identify as LGBTQ may not be held in custody after crossing the border. Special status. The bill aims to protect, quote, vulnerable people. It also applies to those who do not speak English. And as calls grow to impeach DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, he is focusing on an AI task force.
Just who you want in charge of that. All right, well, Fox News contributor Sarah Carter has seen the crisis at the border, and she joins us.
What the actual fuck is going on here? What? Okay, look, I gotta wrap my fucking head around this, because I just watched that for the first time with y'all. I read the title, though, and I knew it was gonna be good, so I had to put it in the queue at the last moment earlier. What the fuck did I just watch? What the actual fuck did I just watch? This... What? Everybody coming through the border is gonna be LGBTQ now. Everybody's gonna be transgender, all of them. You're gonna see a bunch of dudes with wigs on, coming from Palestine, just popping over all they want. You know, it's going to be nuts. Everybody have a wonderful night. Be blessed for anyone that sees this. We got to get the word out. Everybody gave up on me.